5, 5, 7, 2, 1.
Hello everyone and welcome back to The Other Castle.
Hello, slurs and furs. I'm Andrea.
And my name
is Tom.
And here on The Other Castle, we do the plot, lore, and more behind all your favorite video games, which means we talk about who made them, why they made them, how they made them, and then we get into the entire story of the game itself.
If this is your first time checking us out, you can go to our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
Over there are links to our Instagram, Discord, our item shop, and even our Patreon.
Our Patreon is free for the first 7 days.
As well as $2 a month going forward after that. You get monthly exclusive episodes both on and off season.
If you're listening to this on Patreon, you're also getting it a day early, which is pretty exciting.
Yes, and there are other tiers as well that get you video content, all sorts of fun stuff.
Sometimes we get weird.
Very weird.
I fear we're going to get weird today, which is why I opened with slurs and furs, a phrase that I don't really understand, but I thought would be good to start with. I know nothing about Call of Duty, so I'm very excited for you to explain the whole thing.
Yeah, so from an outsider, what does Call of Duty look like to you?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Gamer fuel.
Unfortunately, and I know this is embarrassing, indecipherable from Halo.
Okay.
But that's also, I'm thinking about like being in high school with boys playing Halo and Call of Duty and just being like, pew, pew, slur, slur, and going, I don't understand what the fuck you guys are doing.
So you basically remember online versions of this game.
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's very different from like the narrative version of these games.
I think it's where you go to be called bad words that I won't repeat because of, just not wanting to, but also just what happens in Call of Duty aside from slurs.
Yeah, we have made fun of like Call of Duty lobbies plenty on this show because they are notorious for that.
Yeah.
But to what you said earlier about Halo, once we covered the Halo games in this show, like you were like, oh, Halo's actually pretty fucking cool.
Oh, I fucking ride for Halo. We were at a bar, we were at a cosplay bar, which is such a fun thing to say. And there was a Master Chief there and he's being kind of funky. And we're like, oh, I think he's just mad because the Arbiter's here. And that's a joke I can make now, Is it Shepard, the lieutenant in the third one?
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love her. She's the baddest bitch in the universe.
You ride for her.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Tank beats everything.
See, you know all the things.
I do. I know all the things that you've explained to me through the first 3 Halo episodes that we've done. So I'm very excited to get into the Call of Duty franchise because, again, I know nothing about it.
Right.
You know what? I'll give you this one thing. There was a campaign that was so short that Christopher Judge made fun of it during the Game Awards, and he got in a lot of trouble. But also, that's an anecdote. That has nothing to do with anything.
No, not at all. Well, anyway, the bones of what would become the Call of Duty franchise begins in 1998 with a classic film titled Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Oh, that is one of the most stressful movies.
And opening scenes.
Oh, it's beautiful, but Jesus, you really have to be like, is my blood pressure in a good place to watch this?
Right.
That is, and everyone's in it.
Everybody's in it. Like,
Everyone's in it.
Even Vin Diesel is in that movie.
Isn't Nathan Fillion in there?
Yeah.
Like, he just shows up. What do you mean? And it begins I almost want to say franchise or like theme of we have to save Matt Damon.
Right.
Which is a genre of itself.
It really is. Well, being a lifelong gamer, Spielberg wanted a video game to capture the intensity of war, much like his award-winning film.
He's a gamer?
Oh, he's a lifelong gamer. We've covered many Steven Spielberg games on the show, like The Neverhood.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, he's done a lot of video games. He's a lifelong gamer. He's been to like all the E3s. Like, he is big on gaming.
E3 phone home. Let's fucking go.
So he reached out to a group named 2015 Inc., as recommended to him by the team at id Software.
Those are my friends.
2015 Inc. were known for making some of the best mods for the Quake series, and were familiar with the PC gaming engine of the same name, but were never really given a shot at their own game.
And we see a lot of creators who come from mods, like Toby Fox very famously did like Earthbound mods, and now has Undertale.
Yeah, right? This fresh title was to be distributed by Electronic Arts, who at the time still had a pretty sterling reputation.
They got in the game.
In 2002, they developed and released Medal of Honor Allied Assault. In this game, they had faithfully recreated the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan with the assault on Omaha Beach.
D-Day, holy shit.
putting the player right in the middle of the action.
I'm so sorry. Can I divert? Have you seen the trailer for that fucking Brendan Fraser, Andrew Scott movie that's coming out?
No.
About the meteorologist who planned D-Day?
No, what?
I'm so sorry to divert. We will get back on track, but I don't remember what I was watching. I go to the movies all the time.
Right.
I'm a Regal member. I get points. I'm one of those bitches. We got a trailer, and it almost felt like a parody because it was so obscenely serious.
Really?
But Andrew Scott, who's Moriarty in the Stephen Moffat Sherlock show, he's a meteorologist who has to plan the weather for that exact fucking beach assault.
Okay.
And Brendan Fraser is the one who's like, I have to send in the army, so you better get your weather balloons in line. And Andrew Scott's like sobbing, crying, staring at the sky and being like, it might be cloudy.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a scene in a movie, not an entire film.
It's an entire film. And it's so clearly dripping an Oscar bait of like, these men have to look at the sky. I'm so sorry, we can totally get back to this, but that is a real ass thing that people put millions of dollars behind. And I can't get the fucking Batgirl cut with Brendan Fraser out. That was filmed and done and everyone said was fucking amazing. And they're just like, nope, we're going to shelve it for tax reasons. And this thing's coming out.
Instead, right?
Anyway, tell me more about Call of Duty and EA.
Yes, well, this is Medal of Honor.
Got it. Tell me more about Medal of Honor and EA.
And this game began the gamer addiction of war-based video games.
Okay, so this was the first of the wave.
Yes.
The first assault.
EA was very pleased with the game's success and began their descent into awfulness when they fucked over 2015 Inc.,
Oh.
taking the development of all sequels in-house.
So they said, you did so good. You can't have this anymore.
No, this is ours now.
That's fucked up.
EA did offer some of them a new home, but with dogshit contracts.
Oh my, did this essentially dissolve the studio?
Have you heard of 2015 Inc. since?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
This resulted in a bunch of the developers quitting to start a new company called Infinity Ward. Because of the betrayal, they were fueled with a desire to kill their own baby by making a gritty, more realistic game to compete with the Medal of Honor franchise.
Honestly, real.
Ultimately finding their new distribution partner, Activision. The first Call of Duty released in 2003 exclusively to PC to critical and commercial success.
Well done.
Relying on real-life battles from World War II, focusing on protagonists from the American, British, and Russian sides of the conflict, splitting the loose narrative up between the three factions. While Medal of Honor did have an online component featuring 64-player deathmatches,
Whoa.
it was plagued with lag and issues due to the limitations of early thousands internet.
Everyone's flipping over their AOL discs. Like,
Yeah.
hold up, I'm in a match. I got 9,000 hours on this one. Let's go.
Call of Duty limited the amount of players to a much more sustainable number of 32 at their largest, giving the series its signature online gameplay reminiscent of other hits like Halo 2.
So this became the blueprint.
Yeah. Activision was stoked on the success and immediately started doing more or less the same shit EA had done.
No.
Wanting to turn out games faster, instead of an in-house development, they reached out to other developers to expand on the franchise, including buying out Grey Matter Studios, known for their hit first-person shooter title, Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Everything comes back to Wolfenstein.
Everything.
We see id Studios, we see Castle Wolfenstein. Come on. Where's BJ?
Their big difference from EA was they made sure Infinity Ward was well compensated for their contributions, keeping them happy.
Okay, they at least wrote a check.
For the time being, anyway.
God damn it.
It wasn't until their third title that they had made their way to consoles, with Call of Duty Finest Hour in 2004.
Still extremely early. Like, 2004 was 22 years ago.
Yeah, that's the very beginnings of online gaming on consoles. Even then, it was considered a weak spin-off game, as it was built on a different engine than the others up to that point.
Oh, because it was made for consoles as well, not just PC.
Yeah, this switched it from the Quake engine to renderware, most famously used for the Tony Hawk franchise.
Oh, God, what an era.
Yeah, but like a skateboarding game's engine made a war game.
Yeah, just the mechanics for shooting alone are gonna fuck everything up.
It was kind of a greatest hits, featuring many of the battles from the other two Call of Duty games, but from different perspectives, resulting in several player characters. There wasn't really much of a narrative other than, here's another battle, play through it. Despite that, it was considered one of the more cinematic games thus far, featuring cutscenes, scripted moments, and big set pieces.
Okay, cool.
Their fourth title, Call of Duty 2, was yet another massive hit for the studio. Made directly by Infinity Ward, using a new in-house engine, it once again redefined the genre.
They're at least getting to keep participating in their franchise.
Yeah.
Like, no one's taking it away from them, and like you said, they're being well paid, so they at least get to stay in the world they created, and they're cashing the check.
Yeah, and in this game, they introduced a large swath of the mechanics still present today.
Whoa! Still present today?
Still present.
Decades later. That's cool.
It also bumped up the online multiplayer to 64 players, and was the first to release to console and PC, being a huge success for Xbox 360 specifically.
That's awesome.
But this was in an era where people didn't upgrade their gaming consoles as quickly as we do today, and original Xbox and PS2 owners wanted a version for themselves.
Oh.
So Activision tasked a company called Treyarch to develop Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 in 2005 for the previous gen consoles.
I'm sorry, it was called Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1.
Yeah, right?
Shut the fuck up. You can't have that many numbers in a title. I don't know why, but that's making me furious. Have you played all of these, by the way?
I haven't. I was really into Medal of Honor.
Oh!
And I stuck with that fucking series until it died. And then I was like, well, all I've got left is Call of Duty. No, I fully rode for Medal of Honor over Call of Duty at the beginning.
And you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, nobody could predict the future like that. Making a game for those previous gen consoles was kind of a struggle.
Yeah.
So they merged Gray Matter with Treyarch to make them one big, stronger company, using Treyarch's own in-house engine for this entry. Now, Treyarch was selected for this project because the year prior, they made what would go down as arguably one of the greatest superhero games ever made.
Ooh. Wait, can I guess?
Yeah, absolutely.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
No, but that's a really, really good guess.
Oh.
Spider-Man 2, based off the Tobey Maguire movie of the same name.
Oh, this is infamous.
Yeah, a feat that remained true until Insomniac made their version in 2018, which was heavily inspired by Treyarch's.
Didn't know that. Would have been good to know when I made that episode. God, I haven't played it. This was before my time of gaming, but I've seen so many clips of like MJ being furious that she's about to explode, and like Spider-Man like just fucking belly flopping on the concrete.
That's true. That became a full-blown meme. That and my balloon. Yeah, those are like two big memes from that. But like the swinging mechanics they created in that were unparalleled for many years to come.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love the Insomniac ones, too. We covered those if you do want to hear about it, but I did not include any of the Treyarch because I'm hearing about this in real time.
Well, despite being a throwaway spin-off title, Big Red 1 featured the first single-character narrative, as well as the first time the Omaha Beach invasion was included in the franchise.
Oh.
By this point, the games all took place during World War II. A conflict still popular after Saving Private Ryan, The Thin Red Line, Band of Brothers, and other war-based media of the era.
People fucking love World War II.
They really did, yeah. I mean, Saving Private Ryan was a cultural impact.
It was.
With the success of Big Red 1, Treyarch was given the reins to Call of Duty 3, a console exclusive that was praised for being the best in the series to date, beating out anything Infinity Ward had made.
Whoa.
Despite never making it to PC, the franchise's original home. By 2006, heading into 2007, the US was deep into the Iraq War, prompting the Call of Duty franchise to change entirely, with Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, from originators Infinity Ward.
So Call of Duty 4 is the first Modern Warfare entry?
Correct, yeah.
How the fuck does anyone know all? I need a map.
I know. They made it really confusing, especially when like the fourth entry was Call of Duty 2, you know, the whole thing.
It's worse than Final Fantasy's like numbered system.
Or the Fallout franchise, you know?
Jesus Christ.
This was a game that flipped the script, inventing original battles, countries, and conflicts, utilizing weapons currently being used on the battlefield. And they consulted soldiers who had just returned from the conflict in the Middle East.
Whoa, so like freshly PTSD'd kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be fucked up to be like, hey, Dad, how was your war years? And then furiously writing it down, being like, you guys have a great level idea.
Yeah.
My dad ruined a village. Let's fucking animate it. You know, like there's an element of, is this fucked up to do for entertainment, or is it good?
It's homage, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, they went out to like 29 Palms in California, recorded the sounds of tanks shooting, guns
Whoa.
firing, like got all the real sound effects.
Gee, there's a snuff film somewhere deep in their
Oh,
catalog.
God, right?
That it's kind of fucked up, right?
Some people just want to relive their glory days, I guess. I don't know.
Is there a game based on 9/11?
Not yet. I mean, probably.
Give it a minute.
There's somebody fucked up has made one for sure.
Yeah, okay.
This became a system seller for the Xbox 360, despite not being exclusive. The game was pretty universally praised for its innovations, storytelling, and grand scale. By this point, Activision was pretty dead set on a yearly Call of Duty game being released,
They churn these motherfuckers out.
bouncing the game back and forth between Treyarch and Infinity Ward every entry,
Oh.
keeping both teams on the same in-house engine developed by Infinity Ward to maintain consistency. Not wanting to reheat Infinity Ward's nachos, Treyarch reheated their own by heading back to World War II with Call of Duty World at War.
You know, someone was like, I found a new history book we can pull from. Like, they're going like high school to high school, pulling shit out of the library. Like, what are the kids reading about?
Yeah, what battles have we not covered yet?
Do you think there are people who have like genuinely just played these games to learn about history?
I mean, imagine a few have, yeah. This split the narrative between an American protagonist and a Russian one, resulting in Infinity Ward being seen as the big daddy of the franchise, and Treyarch kind of as the third cousin, since they seemed dead set on sticking to World War II. Regardless, it was another moderate hit, despite going back to formula.
Back to formula.
Oh, right, to mention Spider-Man, sorry.
You activated me. I'm sorry. It's pizza time.
But the competition between the studios only pushed them both to try harder, leading to Infinity Ward's follow-up to the first Modern Warfare with Modern Warfare 2. A game that went on to be considered the definitive Call of Duty, with a section of the game becoming so controversial, they had to include the option to skip it.
Oh, I know that sold copies just because that existed.
There were testers who refused to even start the level.
How fucked up was that one?
I don't want to get into it because we will cover this game in the future,
Okay.
but long story short, you are secretly embedded with a terrorist organization and you have to carry out a terror plot.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of people refuse to participate in that.
I was just like, hey man, I know this is fiction, but it feels bad.
It really, yeah, it's a fucked up sequence.
Okay.
This internal competition ultimately leading to the game we're covering today. Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops. A completely new take on the genre and series, featuring real-world conflicts during the Cold War, such as Vietnam and the Bay of Pigs invasion.
Okay.
Adopting a spy thriller espionage take, a la the James Bond franchise.
That's cool.
Which they learned to do, having made a James Bond game as a secondary project during the development of World at War.
Ooh, they've been so busy too.
Gosh, we were eating so fucking well with yearly releases of games back then, you know? Like, oh my god.
And now we're 15 years into the Judas production cycle.
Oh my god, right?
Ugh.
Behind the scenes, Activision had fired the founders of Infinity Ward.
Oh shit.
They were allegedly caught sneaking around behind their back, talking to their old pals at EA to form a new company, planning on nuking Infinity Ward to nothing and poaching their top talent.
Shut up.
Oh, it got really ugly, and we'll certainly get into it for another episode in the future, because it does result in one of my all-time favorite games being developed.
Wait, so the espionage was coming from inside the house.
Right.
It's not just the James Bond game that they pulled from. It's from the fucking memos floating around. Holy shit.
This also led to Dead Space's Glenn Schofield taking over for a while.
Yeah, he did. He invented press F to pay respects.
Yep.
I love him so much.
The bad press from the drama only helped Treyarch, because now they weren't the third cousin, they were the only remaining family member. So gamers put their trust in the company, backing Black Ops to the point it broke every sales record the series had ever established to date.
Oh, fuck. And we're what, like 8 fucking entries in at this point?
Quite a few, yeah.
Sheesh.
Raking in 5.6 million copies sold in 24 hours.
That genuinely gave me chills. That's fucking crazy.
They brought back characters from World at War, creating a semi-sequel to that game.
Yes, and like clearly like, hey, this is a little bit of fan service.
As well as invested heavily in the same motion capture tech used in the recently released Avatar.
Oh, shit.
Including casting Sam Worthington, who played Jake Sully in the aforementioned highest-grossing movie of all time.
It has really not done much outside of Avatar.
Really.
You know what? And he doesn't fucking have to.
He doesn't at all.
He puts on that tight suit, he puts the little balls all over, and he's like, give me another $1 billion.
Not only him, we also got Ed Harris as CIA operative Jason Hudson.
I didn't know Ed Harris did any video games.
Hip-hop godfather and icon Ice Cube as Joseph Bowman, as well as their biggest get, returning to play the same character he did from World at War, the unparalleled Gary Oldman as Viktor Reznov.
I cannot imagine him speaking to an agent and being like, sure, I'll do another video game. What do you mean Gary Oldman did video games? That's
right.
Crazy.
Who pulled double Call of Duty, also playing a character named Dr. Clark.
He's two different characters. He's done so many video games. He's done 2 in the same game.
In the same game.
Holy shit, Gary Oldman.
They then managed to score the largest male recording artist of 2010 for the end credits track. Any guess who it was?
Justin Bieber?
Eminem came in with collaborator Pink.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say to me?
I don't know why Eminem and Pink did a song together.
Why do they know each other? What the fuck do you mean?
And licensed the song Won't Back Down off his Recovery album for the end credits.
Is she in that song?
I guess so.
What?
I don't remember that song
Wait,
very well.
why are they friends? What do you mean? I think I know that song. Is she in this? I have a lot of questions for you after this episode.
She probably does like backing vocals.
Okay. Eminem will low-key just get a check sometimes, though. Like, have you seen the Venom movie?
Haley was in a very expensive private school at the time.
You know what? And then he adopted her half-sister. He's got kids to pay for. He's like, you know what? Sometimes you take the check.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it kind of makes sense because he very famously did a big anti-Bush album.
Yeah.
So he is very outspoken about war. Like, it's amazing they didn't bring in, like, the Toy Soldier song he did.
Right?
He did a lot of songs about being drafted and going to war.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers would have been a much better choice.
Okay, so I'm
not gonna
immediately
lie,
telling you, like...
As soon as you say that, I'm like, yeah, that would have been a better choice.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford it.
But they could afford the one with Pink in it because they were like, that one's on discount. Just fucking take it. Who cares? That's crazy.
The game's online mode was also a huge win, introducing the world to the now famous Nuketown map.
That's an iconic thing.
As well as continuing the Zombies game mode they established in World at War, giving it a lot of love and polish as they were not expecting it to be as big a hit as it was in the previous title.
Okay.
Today, there are 7 Black Ops titles.
Jesus Christ.
Largely thanks to the success of the first, releasing every other entry with Infinity Ward as they continue the franchise under new leadership.
Wow.
Other companies have since joined the rotation as well, including Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software, but we'll get into all that in the future. Black Ops 1 has sold to date around 30 million copies.
Oh.
Prior to Grand Theft Auto 5, it was the highest-selling console game in US history.
Holy shit.
One of the many reasons it's the first in the series we're covering here today. It's time, Goombas, to figure out
What do the numbers mean?
Girl, I don't know.
because this is Call of Duty Black Ops. Suddenly you're awake. Eyes blurry. You look around a room full of CRT TVs, displaying static, as a distorted voice commands you to wake up. You can see a single screen with your own live feed on it, dried blood and sweat staining your white t-shirt. The room is dark, but for the TVs, and you can see 2 silhouettes in an observation room about 10 feet up looking down at you. You ask where you are and what happened to Reznov. The interrogator's voice tells you that they will be asking the questions, and you will be giving the answers. Is that understood? You ignore the instructions and ask who they are. They say that's not important. What is important is your name. Who are you? Fuck you, being your only response.
Ooh! I just thought it was amazing that they're like, all right, so who the fuck do we have captured here?
Where were you born? You shout, "Kiss my ass." Suddenly, your vision becomes blurry as volts of electricity course through your body, causing you to scream out in pain.
Whoa.
Coming back, every one of the dozen TV monitors is displaying your reaction, so you can see the level of pain you're suffering.
Ugh.
The interrogator says that your name is Alex Mason, born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served as an assassin for the CIA on a team called Operation 40, asking you to confirm.
So they do know.
You say nothing, so they send another jolt into you. As your vision adjusts, the TV monitors now display a series of full-screen red numbers flashing by, each digit different from the last. They demand you confirm what they just said once more, and you finally do. The interrogator asks you where the numbers are broadcasting from, and you tell them you have no idea what they're talking about. He repeats, asking, "The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?" You insist you have no fucking clue. The numbers vanish, and a man's face is now on the screen. They ask, "What about Dragovich?" Tell them everything, and you'll leave here safely. After you stare at them blankly, they deliver another shock.
This is bad torture. They're going to fry your brain, and even if you have the information, they won't be able to get out of you if you're fucking, like, electrocuted to death.
You're not wrong.
I know terrorism better than all these motherfuckers. You idiots.
Since you won't answer, they say that we'll start at the beginning. Cuba, 1961. The Bay of Pigs. No sense denying your involvement, they know you were there. You say you were sent in with my posse, Woods and Bowman. The interrogator says to tell them what happened. You start having flashbacks, picturing Woods and Bowman in combat. Vice President Richard Nixon with a general in the military, while a dossier with your mission info flashes through your mind, describing an event that took place in March 1960, detailing a ship explosion that took the lives of over 6 dozen people. Then Cuba, 1961. Black marker begins redacting the files, as the interrogator once again asks if you remember Dragovich. That's when you finally break and say, "Castro, we went in to kill Fidel Castro."
That's how this game opens?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sending you back in time to April 17th, 1961, as you remember the mission. 3 men are sitting with you in a bar in Santa Maria, Cuba, with one of your mission teammates, Woods, saying the police are on their way. Woods is white with short cropped hair and a tight beard. Bowman is black with pretty much the same hair structure. You're all incognito, wearing civilian clothing like you're on vacation, talking with a man named Carlos, who is going over a map with Woods, showing him where you'll need to go for the mission. His team will cause a distraction by attacking the airfield, giving you 3 natural-born killers plenty of cover to sneak around, promising his people will be there to assist your evacuation when the time comes. Woods gathers up the map and sticks it in his back pocket. Just in time, too, as 3 Cuban military police officials in camo enter the bar. They are yelling at you in Spanish, and when you don't respond, they switch to English, asking you who the hell you are. One grabs you by the arm, and Woods acts on instinct, driving a knife straight through the man's hand into the bar top, then smashes a bottle of liquor over his head.
Woods is fucking great.
All while Bowman goes full-blown fuck the police, handling one of the other 2 cops, strangling him to death with a garroting wire. The third has no time to react, as you and Woods unload your handguns into his body, with the exception of 1 bullet, which Woods puts into the head of the man he knocked out with the bottle. Carlos tosses each of you an automatic weapon, and the 4 of you prepare for a firefight with the remaining police forces outside the bar. With Carlos in the lead, you all blast your way through the mini army of men, bullets flying everywhere, turning the streets of Santa Maria into a West Side slaughterhouse. Down a side alley, Carlos points to a car, saying to take it and drive out of here. He'll see you at the airstrip later. So you, Woods, and Bowman pile in and floor it out of there. Bullets keep ripping through the steel vehicle as you plow over enemy forces and smash through several barricades while keeping your head as low as you can. The screen begins to fade white as you come to back in the interrogation room. The voice says that you're fading out. he needs to know what happened next. Saying he has no choice, he jolts you back to the past as you recount your mission to break into Castro's compound. You and your crew, now in full military gear, are standing on a ridge high above Castro's, waiting for the signal from Carlos to begin the assault. A flare shoots high in the sky, and Woods says, "I think we should leave," as he hooks onto a zip line, and the three of you zip your way down over the high walls into the compound itself.
That's such a cool thing to say before jumping on a zip line.
Landing on 2 guards, taking them out quickly. With everyone distracted by the attack on the airfield, it's easy to sneak up on motherfuckers and choke them out. Woods reminding you only to engage when absolutely necessary. He sends Bowman to the roof to keep a lookout, while you and Woods search the facility room by room, hunting Castro. The two of you find his bedroom, and Woods asks if you're ready to make history, as you kick down the door. You see Fidel Castro, caught completely off guard, standing at the foot of his opulent bed, with a woman in lingerie as the world around you slows down.
He's about to fuck.
He grabs the señorita and pulls her close, using her as a human shield.
Oh.
You carefully aim down your sights and squeeze the trigger of your gun. The camera follows the bullet in slow motion as it passes through that rat bastard commie's fucking skull. The woman drops to the ground safe. Then pulls a machine gun out from under the bed, so you put her down too.
No, she was cool as fuck.
Woods is astonished that she would still quote-unquote defend a dead man after he used her like that. You say that fanatics will never see the light as the two of you leave the compound to head to the extraction point. Bowman radios in, saying that Carlos's team is kinda losing their fight. Cuba's Air Force is dropping bombs on the runway, and the entire military is closing in on him. Fortunately, the planes don't hit any civilian buildings and seem to only be dropping on the runway, which unfortunately is your escape route.
Oh.
Suggesting the two of you hurry your asses up and meet with him ASAP. With your help, Carlos's team comes to the rescue and secures you a big-ass transport plane. You jump in and it starts to head down the runway. You hang out the side, blasting people away with your massive plane-mounted machine gun. But the Cubans have set up a blockade, and your gun can't get an angle on it. So you jump out of the plane while it's gaining speed and commandeer one of the enemy mortar launchers, targeting the blockade.
Holy shit.
Woods radios asking, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you crazy?" As the plane takes off, leaving you behind. You assure him you know what you signed up for and tell him to get the hell out of here, watching your team fly away.
That's fucking rad.
As it disappears into the clouds, you get jumped from behind and thrown to the ground. The last thing you see is the butt end of a rifle knocking you out cold.
Ugh.
You wake up in a naval port, lying on the ground next to a big ship named the Rusalka, looking at the two assholes who took you. As well as Fidel Castro, alive and well, smoking a cigar.
Oh, shit.
You're like, "Really though? Didn't I kill you?" Castro says, "You shot a body double."
Wait, and his body double is out here getting ass as
Yeah.
Fidel Castro?
Might as well, right?
Wait, that's very funny. He said communism for all. We'll share everything. Fuck.
He knew your plan from the very beginning. Fidel turns to one of the men, an older white Russian guy, late 40s, wearing a brown leather jacket over camo pants, saying that you are his gift to him, to do with as he pleases. With Castro's only request being that you suffer.
Ugh.
The Russian is General Dragovich, who promises you will suffer beyond your wildest imagination. He has plans for you, American. Back in the interrogation room, you recall the encounter, saying Dragovich definitely kept his promise. You tell the interrogator that Dragovich next took you to Russia and threw you into a labor prison camp called Vorkuta.
Oh, shit.
Just the thought sends you into a PTSD-induced panic attack. You're asked what they did to you in there, and you say, what didn't they do?
Ah.
You were in that hellhole for just shy of a year, alone, fighting every single day for your survival. Flashes of your time there fill your field of view, each moment lasting less than half a second, all while the red numbers keep overtaking them on top of it. You struggle to remember everything, and the interrogator asks what they did to you there. You tell him you'd given up all hope. Then, someone named Viktor Reznov found a way out. You begin to remember your time there, fully returning to the moment at the thought of Reznov, who you considered your only real friend in there, as he's beating the ever-living shit out of you.
Bestie.
You throw him off, and a guard moves in with a club to beat you with it. Reznov insults the guard, so he turns his attention on him instead, pounding away. You're in the center of a circle of inmates, all cheering on the chaos. You stand up and approach the guard from behind and knock him out with one punch. You reach a hand out to Reznov and pull him to his feet. He tells you that every journey begins with a step. He walks over to the unconscious guard, then grabs the prison keys and club off his body. Holding the keys high in the air, he turns to the crowd and shouts, "This is step 1.
Fuck yeah.
In unison, the crowd yells back, "Take the keys." Reznov shouts, "Now, we take Vorkuta."
Hell yeah.
The surrounding inmates cheer and run down a series of underground tunnels. As you all run, attacking unsuspecting guards, Reznov asks the rioters, "What is step 2? They collectively state, "Ascend from the darkness."
Oh shit. It's like Bane.
3, rain fire. 4, unleash the horde.
For the horde.
5, skewer the winged beast. 6, wield a fist of iron.
Was he in prison for poetry?
I mean, this was fucking Gary Oldman. They wanted to give him like...
this is Gary Oldman?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that tracks. Yeah, give him the most beautiful Shakespearean crazy shit. It's reading like Dante.
Right.
Like, what is this?
During all of this, you witness the killing of every single prison guard in your path. You find a prisoner the size of a bear manhandling a guard, and Reznov introduces you to him. A man named Sergei Kozin. Sergei snaps the neck of the guard, and you tell him you're glad he's on your side. You all make your way to a mine elevator, and it ascends you from the darkness of the underground prison camp. Reznov reminds everyone that in Vorkuta, you are all brothers. Men without an army, lost and forgotten. Trust your brothers. Your transport comes up on a single guard trying to fight off a bunch of prisoners. The door opens, and Sergei drives a pickaxe through his back, lifting him high in the air and slams him down to the ground head first.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The doors to the outside are large and made of metal, so everyone starts pushing. You tell Reznov that the other side of the doors is suicide, and he agrees. But Russians know better than most. Sometimes you have to die for freedom.
Oh.
As soon as they're open, it unleashes the horde, and every man pushing gets gunned down except the named characters.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Reznov tells you to keep the faith as you grab weapons from the hand of the dead bodies and start to rain fire back at them. Reznov leads your small group to the armory, saying that this has taken months to plan. We either escape or die trying.
Yeah.
While Sergei breaks into weapon lockers, Reznov gets on an intercom system and gives a motivational speech to the escapees. You head to the rooftop to lob Molotov cocktails onto the opposing forces, using one of those rubber band-like water balloon launchers that requires 2 other people to hold the ends.
Oh, hell yeah, but with Molotovs?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Now fully armed, your small battalion begins to mow down the enemies, while prisoners all around you fall during the escape. It's pure chaos. Helicopters are coming in and crashing thanks to your side's gunfire, skewering the winged beast. With the topside exploding, you head indoors once again to work your way out of the facility. You're blocked by a big-ass garage door, and Sergei lifts it, being the bear he is. He can't lift it super high, so you dive under. Just as you do, Sergei's body fills with bullets, and he falls down dead. Reznov shouts, "No!" telling you to find the controls for the door to open it so the rest can get through. In the facility, you find the death machine, aka a railgun.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, you wield the fist of iron for step 7, raise hell. You're winning, laying waste to everyone. Then, they unleash their secret weapon.
Oh, fuck.
Tear gas.
I was trying to think, like, what could beat railgun? Yeah, that tracks.
It's strong as fuck, too, and you immediately go down in a coughing fit as you are unable to breathe.
Ugh.
But Reznov drags you out of there, never leaving your side. He pulls you into a building where he unveils a grip of motorcycles. The key to Step 8. Freedom. You each mount one and rev out of there, jumping through a blown-out window to chase after a passing train. Guards mount their own and give chase, so you have to shoot them off their bikes. Realizing you're way too exposed, Reznov guides you to a flatbed truck being driven by a Russian guard, and the two of you leap from the bikes and take it over.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, the back of the truck has a .50 caliber mounted machine gun, which you use to fight off the onslaught successfully. Reznov pulls up next to the train and tells you to jump, so you do. You tell him to do the same, but he says Step 8 is not for him at this time. Wishing you luck.
Oh my god, you're the only one that really got out.
Back in the interrogation room, you're asked if that was the last time you saw Reznov. You confirm it was.
Oh.
At least for a while.
We couldn't afford him for every scene. Come on, it's Gary Oldman.
The interrogator continues, saying that once you made your off-screen escape from the train, and then Russia as a whole, you went right back to the CIA to work under a man named Jason Hudson.
Well, like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you may take a couple days off, but, like, you know.
Get back to work.
Get back to work.
Wondering how he was able to trust you knowing that Reznov was essential in your escape. Reznov was a no-good communist. How was Hudson certain he didn't turn you into a commie as well and trick you into giving the Russians all the secrets you know? You tell him you don't break that easy. They tested you extensively before clearing you for active duty, telling you to go after Dragovich himself, as well as a few others. The interrogator demands to know who the others were. As your mind fills with the images of the numbers, and you're sent back to 1963, to one of your first missions after escaping from Russia. Jason Hudson, your new handler, said you were summoned to the Pentagon for an unknown assignment. Not even he had clearance high enough to know what it was going to be.
I know that drove him crazy.
A G-man looking dude named McNamara gives you a folder filled with info on Nikita Dragovich, a name that almost every character pronounces differently.
Wait, that's deeply funny.
Dragovich, Dragovich, all sorts of different ways.
Do we think that that's an actor thing or a character thing?
I think it was an actor thing,
Okay,
honestly.
so there just wasn't a director giving them the exact, like, pronunciation of it. Everyone's just like, I'm just gonna fucking read it how I see it, all right?
Origami killer.
Yeah.
He knows you have a personal score to settle with the bastard, making you the perfect op for this task. You recount how while walking through the Pentagon, you felt eyes on you constantly.
Oh.
The interrogator confirms, saying you're not wrong. He and his team were watching you the whole time. He was there personally.
You know, if you're gonna have eyes on you, it's gonna be at the Pentagon.
Yeah,
like,
right?
I don't think it's crazy for you to be like, I feel like I'm being watched
Yeah.
in this secret government facility. Yeah, dude.
As some dude they've never seen comes walking through into a top secret area.
Yeah, you're not paranoid for that.
You enter a room McNamara calls the nerve center of the Pentagon. A room where the world has been saved on several occasions thanks to the men and women working here 24/7. While you were being given a tour, you kept hearing the numbers rattling around in your head. You didn't understand why, just that it felt like a warning of some kind. Not only the numbers, but also the escape steps from Reznov, listing them off one by one. Fully engulfed by the flashback, you enter a top-secret room beyond the nerve system, reserved for only the most classified of info dumps. Not even McNamara and Hudson can accompany you. Sitting at a giant empty conference table, you look over and see a man standing in a corner, bathed in shadow. President John F. Kennedy.
Oh.
In your mind, the numbers flash and your vision blurs, picturing yourself picking up a gun and pointing it at the president.
Whoa.
Kennedy can't tell you're having this issue, and gives you an order to take out Dragovich. The president has been told you're the best there is, which is what it will take to bring him down. You go over the classified documents. Russians took a bunch of Nazi scientists under their wing after World War II to develop a space and missile program, which Kennedy wanted badly, having promised that by the end of the decade, man would walk on the moon.
It was like his whole thing.
Your team, Operation 40, already had a man on the inside named Gregory Weaver to sabotage their rocket program. But something went wrong, and Weaver was no longer responding.
Oh no.
You next arrive in Baikonur, where the USSR has their facilities. You, Woods, and Bowman are back together, with orders to eliminate any and all threats. It's 7 a.m. as you make your approach, and the 2 Soyuz rockets are set to launch in just a couple hours, with the second launching only 10 minutes after the first.
Was this the time they put a dog in space?
I think it was. It's either that or it was the first satellite in space.
Okay. I was like, is this Lake of the Cosmonaut dog?
They're massive, towering 15 to 20 stories tall. Military personnel swarming the launch site. Peering through a set of binoculars, you finally find your man on the inside, Weaver, bound in handcuffs. A Russian man comes over the radio saying that they have found the rat in their midst, and if you surrender now, you'll all be allowed to live. You identify the Rusky as Krevchenko, Dragovich's right hand. But you're still a couple hundred yards away and can't compromise the mission. Woods warns you, this isn't going to end well for Weaver. And it doesn't, as you watch Krevchenko dig out one of his eyeballs.
Oh, God, I hate eye stuff. Ah.
Leaving the radio on so you can hear his screams.
Oh, that's fucked.
Since Weaver isn't dead, you make his rescue a secondary objective.
Oh.
After sneaking onto the grounds, you kill a couple soldiers and put on their uniforms so you can blend in better.
Classic.
Woods hoping you picked up enough Russian during your time in that prison camp to pass.
This is where Bert Kreischer would come in and be like, I'm the machine!
Oh, God. You make it to a comms building just as a patrol finds the dead soldiers you left rotting in their birthday suits.
Blech. Just like dick out.
Right.
He took their underwear too, because like, fuck it.
Might as well. With everyone on high alert, you take control of the building so you can find out where they are keeping Weaver.
At least what's left of him.
He's nearby, so you rush to the roof. Since you're just here for the zip line, you ride it down in the very room where he's being kept.
Hell yeah.
Crashing through a window and in slow-mo, take out every person surrounding him.
God, that's cool. Is it a little like bullet time?
A little like bullet time, yeah.
Okay, sick.
Weaver wants a gun, since he only needs one eye to zero in on the motherfuckers who took him captive.
Cyclops no scope, let's go.
They caught him before he was ever able to sabotage the guidance systems on the rockets. Bowman says it's time to move on to Plan B then. Kill everyone and abort the launch entirely. You're like, yeah, that might be the mission you guys are here for, but you have another target in Dragovich. But without knowing where he is, you go along with them hoping you'll see him on the way.
We might as well fuck this one up too.
Your attempt to stop the first rocket fails though, as it begins to take off.
They send the dog up.
So you grab a handy-dandy heat-seeking rocket launcher and blow it out of the fucking sky.
Never mind, that dog's gone.
You blast your way through a bunch of tunnels, killing anyone trying to escape the skyscraper-sized rocket falling from the sky.
Whew.
All the while, searching for Dragovich, or at the very least, Krevchenko.
I love that in the press this would be shown as like, dog launch goes wrong.
Oh god, they would never even announce there was a second rocket.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm hung up on the dog. I'm just like, that's all I know about this era.
Your interrogator interrupts the memory, asking if you got your mark. Over a montage of scenes, you say that you never saw Krevchenko, but you describe finding Dragovich's limo trying to get away and blowing it up.
He was in a limo?
You ran over to confirm the kill, but there was so much smoke and fire, you couldn't make out anyone inside. But part of you knew that he was still alive, despite Woods promising you he was in there.
There's some bestie sense. You're like, I know they're fine. Like when you drop off a drunk friend at home and you're like, did they get into bed? Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, they're probably okay.
It's like that, but for war.
For the next 5 years, you obsessed over the fact that he was still alive, going off on your own to hunt him down and turning up nothing.
Whoa.
The interrogator starts talking to the man beside him, saying they've pumped so much shit into you, you have no idea what you're even saying anymore.
Also implying that you may or may not be on drugs and like high out of your mind during this.
But they need to keep pressing you. Find out everything.
You know, they say like ketamine is a truth serum in some respects.
Yeah.
Do you think he's just like rolling on K?
It might be it, yeah. You do see like syringes and shit on a little table next to you, but it doesn't say what it is.
Baby girl is in a K-hole during Black Ops? Oh my god.
You scream back, asking who the fuck these people are and what they want out of you. They tell you. They just want to know what the numbers mean, Mason. It's all they've ever wanted. Deciding to keep your memory jogging, they ask where you went next after your fruitless hunt for Dragovich. You tell them that it was Khe Sanh, Vietnam, in 1968. The Russians were there conducting experiments. Even your handler, Jason Hudson, came along, who you started calling Mr. Shades due to him always wearing sunglasses, saying he was an ice cube. Despite the fact Bowman is the actual Ice Cube.
They said someone is an Ice Cube and it wasn't Ice Cube.
And it wasn't Ice Cube.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So fucking dumb, right?
Wait. That fills me with rage I cannot describe. What the fuck do you... Anyway.
Now you're back in control, in Vietnam, inside a tent with Mr. Shades, as the military-operated radio program, AFVN, begins playing the one song that must be in any and all Vietnam War piece of media.
Oh.
Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Shades peels back a flap of canvas, and you can see dozens of choppers flying overhead as one lands and Woods hops out, covered in blood, shirtless under a flak jacket.
That sounds so fucking cool.
You tell him he looks like shit, and he goes, Nam will do that to you.
Fuck, he's cool.
It's been a while since the two of you have seen each other. Mr. Shades says you've been briefed on the situation in Nam, and Woods begins to info dump how his team came to be in charge here, running mostly covert ops in the region since shortly before the start of the war itself. The three of you are touring the base in an open-air jeep, when the Viet Cong army launches a surprise attack, which history would go on to call the Tet Offensive.
Oh.
A mortar lands directly in front of you, flipping the vehicle and sending you all flying. Hudson is knocked out, and the two of you drag him to a bunker to recover, while you and Woods spring into action. Over the scene of you carrying his limp body, the interrogator says, your mission was to sneak into Hue City. But just like with Weaver, you created your own side mission of keeping Hudson alive. You tell him that Khe Sanh was under attack, and you didn't really have a choice in the matter. You couldn't get out of there with it under siege anyway. You maneuver your way through the bunkers as Viet Cong enlisted soldiers descend on you. One gets the upper hand, diving down from above. So you reach out to one of the grenades strapped to his vest and pull the pin.
Oh, that's cool.
He panics and backs off, exploding in front of your eyes.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to react.
A B-52 bomber run gets called in to take out the attacking forces, and you have to keep the trenches secure until they arrive, while running low on manpower and ammo. As jets soar and tanks roll in, you launch everything you have left at the enemy until help finally comes. After a series of bombs fall, the bad guys retreat for now. Bowman lands in a helicopter saying, check yourself. You look like shit. And you say, Nam will do that to you. The Tet Offensive served as the official turning point in the Vietnam War, destroying the morale of American soldiers, with Hudson saying there must be someone compromising the United States war effort for them to have pulled off a sneak attack of such massive proportions. Back in the interrogation room, you start seeing a montage of scenes flash before you once more. The interrogator saying that after the Tet Offensive, you actually made it into Hue City, where a Russian defector turned himself in with info on Dragovich's whereabouts, but died shortly after. You say that never happened. But the interrogator starts yelling, saying, yes, the fuck it did. He turned himself in, but the Viet Cong blew up the facility where he was being held for questioning. You knew the man was killed, but because you were still obsessed with Dragovich, you bailed on your mission to go find him.
Oh.
You say, because the man never fucking died, and you needed his intel.
Huh.
The interrogator says that it was a lost cause. So why did you drag Woods and Bowman into your wild goose chase? You insist you needed the info on Dragovich, and this was your first lead in 5 fucking years. You weren't about to give it up that easily.
Yeah.
You come back too, descending into the U.S. compound in Hue City from a helicopter, rappelling down on ropes. Before you touch down, The chopper gets hit with an RPG, and your team starts flinging around, ultimately getting thrown into the side of a building right through a glass window.
Oh.
Your helicopter team is killed, but you and Woods are still standing, with Bowman being inside another helicopter raining down covering fire. Eventually, Bowman drops in from his own transport and joins you and Woods, clearing out a building of bad guys. The facility is on active fire, both actual and gun, while you go room to room looking for the defector. In one, you get ambushed and knocked to the ground. But someone comes up on the would-be attacker, shoving a knife through the back of their neck.
Oh.
You look up and see your old friend, Viktor Reznov, as he was the Russian defector here to give you info on Dragovich.
Oh, shit.
He looks different from the last time you knew him half a dozen years earlier. No longer haggard after years as a prisoner. Now his hair is tight and his face looks like a real-life Guy Fawkes.
Oh, that's cool.
He hands you a folder with everything he has on Dragovich, saying he's planning a massive attack on the US, and your government will need that info to counter.
Yeah.
Dragovich is working outside Russian intelligence at this point and must be stopped.
Oh, he's just like off the fucking rails.
Yeah, he's gone fully rogue. With Reznov in tow, you and your team call in an evac which needs you to clear the streets of any fighting before they can land. You clear an area, but need to get the wounded out first before you can get on one yourself. But the Viet Cong army is too powerful, taking out every single chopper that comes to your aid. Someone radios in saying they have an alternate mode of transport, so you call in an airstrike to take out the landing zone you'd previously cleared, hoping the enemy will descend on it as you retreat, which they do. The four of you, Reznov, Woods, and Bowman, all sprint to the nearby river, just as a flat-bottomed cargo transport riverboat approaches.
Do you have a little bit of a moment of like, oh, my high school friends are me and my college friends?
Yeah,
like,
right? Worlds colliding.
You are mixing your friend groups
Yeah,
now.
it's very dangerous to do, right? You land on it and look back, as the landing zone explodes and Woods flies through the air in slow motion, landing on the deck of the boat, as the captain slams the accelerator forward, taking you to safety. Reznov says that the only explanation for the Viet Cong's new firepower is Dragovich. The scene fades away as you hear a woman's voice saying, 22, 21, 4, 0, 14. The interrogator says he reviewed the folder Reznov gave you, listing all the men involved with something called Project Nova, a nuclear and chemical weapons operation, including Krevchenko and Dragovich. A man named Dr. Clark being one of the lead scientists in the program. Hudson was sent to Kowloon to interrogate Clark after he was captured. You ask why the fuck the interrogator keeps asking you questions when he clearly already knows everything. The interrogator snaps back that they don't know everything. Like the numbers. They don't know what the numbers mean, nor from where they're being broadcast. That's what they need from you. So you tell them to ask fucking Hudson, since questioning Clark was his mission, not yours.
Can I put something out there?
Sure.
I think Mason is killing time. He's like, what if I'm under a lot of ketamine.
Yeah.
I've got a good body high going, but I am getting a drug buzz and an electricity buzz. I'm a little fried, but he's a steel trap. He's an army or fucking CIA
yeah.
operative, you know. He's been under stressful situations. In CIA training, don't they like put you under torture so you like know how to react to torture?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's killing time. He's going to get out of this. His boys are going to come get him and it'll be fine. He's just like, I need to run the clock so that my friends can come find me. He's fine.
That's a good theory.
Oh no. Everything's going to go terribly wrong now.
This takes you to Kowloon, in control of Hudson, where Clark is already captive, being held down by One-Eyed Weaver.
Oh, so you don't play as just Mason through the entire game?
No, you do switch to other characters every once in a while.
That's kind of cool.
Clark says that you clearly don't know shit about Project Nova, and he has nothing to gain by telling you. You smash a window next to him and pull a piece of glass from it. Sticking it in his mouth, Weaver holds him still as you raise a fist.
That's fucking sick as shit, Jesus.
Telling him to think about what he has to lose by keeping quiet. He doesn't say a word, so you punch him repeatedly.
Oh, that's so gnarly.
He coughs up the glass along with a gallon of blood
Blah.
and says it's no use.
I hate mouth stuff. I hate eye stuff.
Yeah, right?
Oh, God. I feel like I can feel it in my cheeks.
He's never even met Dragovich. He just gets his orders from Steiner, a German man involved in the program. But Dragovich has eyes and ears everywhere. It's likely he's already on his way here. You know how Dragovich operates, and say that with him captured, he'll likely kill Clark as well to keep him quiet. And he knows you're not wrong. So he tells you, he was hired to help develop Nova 6, a chemical compound. But he can't say much more as Russian forces swarm the building you're in. You promise to keep Clark alive, as long as he helps guide you all out of here. Through a series of secret doors and tunnels, you kill your way out of the building onto the rooftops. Clark, realizing his time is likely up, really starts spilling the beans on Project Nova, saying that Steiner and Dragovich are working on something big. All they talk about are the numbers. You ask what the numbers mean, and he says that they're essential to the entire operation. Their base is on Mount Ural, in the Yamantau mountain range in Russia. He points out a building across the way, saying you'll need to make a leap of faith to get there, but there's an escape route through that building. He goes first, flying through the pouring rain and lands on a slanted tin roof. He slips and slides down to the edge of it and grabs on, saying he needs help. You and Weaver also dive and slide down it. Weaver grabs a hold of a pipe and catches your hand. You reach down and grab onto Clark.
I think it's funny that Clark went first and was like, all right, we got this. And then goes, help.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I fucked it up. You guys come by.
I don't got this. As he dangles, you ask him what the numbers mean. He goes, oh right, the numbers. They mean... Then a bullet tears through his skull.
Oh, shit.
You drop his dead body to the streets below and continue with your exit strategy.
He fucked this whole thing up. He was like, you guys, trust me, I got a plan. And then immediately needed help, immediately was about to help you, and then died. Like, that sucks.
He was bad at everything.
Truly.
You call in for an extraction and make your way safely to the ground floor. A whole platoon is there waiting and opens fire. But a white van pulls up behind them and blows their brains out.
Hell yeah.
You run up to them and say you have the intel you need. Looks like a man named Steiner is in charge, and you'll need to go to Russia to find him. Ending the scene. The interrogator explains that Nova 6, the compound Clark was working on, is a nerve toxin that eats a body from the inside out in mere seconds.
Whoa.
If the Russians were to use it on a military team, or worse, a U.S. city, there would be no way to stop it. You tell him that you're well aware. You saw it tested in Vietnam.
Oh, shit.
Kravchenko, Dragovich's right hand, used it on the Kong army, on the U.S. military, even on Russian soldiers.
Bah.
He didn't care. He wanted to make sure it was effective.
God.
Hearing these names, Kravchenko, Dragovich, Steiner, it makes you remember something Reznov told you way back in Vorkuta prison camp. That's where you first heard these names. The interrogator presses you for more, asking what he told you. You flash back to your days in prison, where Reznov tells you a story about his father, a musician. During the Nazi occupation of his city, his father would play Russian songs on his violin. To Russians, they were songs of freedom and hope. To Nazis, they were songs of defiance. So they slit his throat in the middle of the night.
Oh, God.
Dragovich and Kravchenko sided with the Nazis, looking to advance their agendas. A betrayal to all of Mother Russia. Now, it's 1945, just after the end of World War II, in the Arctic Circle of Russia. You take control of Reznov,
Oh, shit.
hunting down the last of the Nazi occupiers in your homeland. Even by Russian standards, it's cold as fuck, with everything covered in ice and snow. Your then allies, Kravchenko and Dragovich, greet you, calling you the hero of Berlin. You tell them that you will always be there to fight the enemies of Mother Russia. Dragovich tells you and a grip of soldiers that you're here to capture a man named Dr. Steiner. He is wanting to abandon the Nazis for the Russians and lend them his knowledge. You need to extract him from this Nazi base, alive. Hurt him, and you will be shot. You board a transport truck and ride off. A man named Dmitri says it's clear you hate Dragovich and Kravchenko, asking why. Dmitri being the player character for the Russian portion of World at War.
Oh, that's cool.
You say that they promised to send reinforcements during the siege of Stalingrad and Berlin, but they never did. Fucking cowards. You were lucky to make it out alive. And the siege of Stalingrad and Berlin, that was like the end mission of World at War.
Oh, that's cool.
Dmitri was there with you, by your side the whole time. He had no idea. Dmitri being the bravest man you've ever known. He suffered many injuries during that battle, injuries that ultimately led to your victory. Stalin should have welcomed him home as a hero, but instead, he got sent to the Arctic Circle with you to keep fighting the Nazis.
Ugh. But you know, if you're good at work, sometimes you get rewarded with more
I
work.
know, right? The two of you hop out of the truck when you arrive at the Nazi base and head in, guns blazing, for some good old-fashioned Nazi killing.
Yeah.
An act that will forever be justified.
It's always fun. It's never bad killing Nazis. Like, every iteration I've ever seen, fun.
I mean, they did have a few people from Return to Castle Wolfenstein on their team, so...
Death's Head is back there,
Right.
just like cruising around, like whatever.
You find Steiner, sitting pretty in a bunker, smoking a cigarette. You pull up on him, weapon drawn, as he's holding a pistol in his other hand.
In all fairness, cigarettes were considered like vitamins back
Yeah. Doctors recommend.
then. Yeah.
He tells you to put your gun down, Russian dog, and deliver him to Dragovich as ordered. You look into his eyes, saying you could still see the fury of the Third Reich burning in them.
Ooh.
This was no defector, but an opportunist, turning to the next strongest regime. But being a soldier, you followed orders, like a good dog.
Ugh.
An act you have always regretted, as you wanted nothing more than to kill the son of a bitch.
I do appreciate that his biggest regret is like, should have killed the Nazi.
Yep. After delivery to Dragovich, you see them greet each other as if they've known one another for years, like they were friends. Steiner guides your team to a gigantic military ship, covered in ice and cracked in half. Dmitri says he is getting a bad feeling about all this, and you agree, saying to be on guard. Kravchenko has a bunch of Nazi scumbags on their knees begging for their freedom, as he systematically executes each one of them with a handgun.
Good.
Steiner says that you must hurry. The Germans would rather see this ship get blown up than allow all the research inside end up in your hands. Nova 6, a chemical weapon that is more effective than anything ever developed, is here on this ship. The plan was to launch long-range missiles full of the stuff onto DC and Moscow. British intelligence figured out what they were doing and blew the ship in half.
Yeah.
Now with the Third Reich fallen, it's just sitting here for anyone to take. You find Nova 6, and Dragovich wants a demonstration. Suddenly, your team is taken captive by your own allies. Groups of you thrown into adjacent cells, sealed off by windows. You watch as Dmitri, a man who deserved a hero's death, turn inside out before your very eyes.
Oh, God. Inside out? Oh, God.
Killing the protagonist of the previous game unceremoniously.
That's fucked up.
Just before they unleash the toxin on you in your cell, the British arrive, determined to take Nova 6 for themselves, and Dragovich and co. scurry like the rats they are. Unfortunately, you are still in Russian uniform, so you have to fight the Brits on your way out after one of their bombs blows open your cell, despite the fact they were kind of your saviors.
Yeah. Thanks, but fuck you.
You even set some explosives, so none of the research ends up in anyone's hands on your way out.
Honestly, that's the best thing you can do for society.
Yeah. You escape just as the ship sinks below the frozen waters, thanks to your sabotage efforts.
Oh, good job, Gary Oldman.
Leaving you to believe you stopped all sides from getting it.
He did Tinker, he did Tailor, he did Soldier, he did Spy. Perfect Gary Oldman moment.
It wasn't until you were in the prison camp that you found out Dragovich never gave up on Nova 6, as he pulled together all members of the team who developed it in order to make it again. Back in the prison, you're under control of Mason once more. Reznov asking if you can trust your own leaders to destroy such a weapon. Or will its potential corrupt another power-hungry motherfucker? Warning you that they will likely use you every bit as they used him. Back in interrogation land, the voice tells you that Hudson's mission was overall a success. He confirmed the existence of a new Nova 6 compound, and that Dragovich intended on using it. He asks if Reznov stayed with you during your time in Vietnam, and you confirm he was. You guys even got blown out of the sky during a mission, and he never left your side after the crash landing.
Oh.
That guy could survive fucking anything. You flash back to the crash, waking up after the hard landing. Kravchenko's men were the ones who shot you down, so you're given the mission to take the motherfucker out.
Yeah.
The chopper you're in begins to sink beneath some water, and Woods calls out for help as he's still trapped into his seat. So you pry him free, but the door is jammed. From the outside, Reznov helps pull it open, and the three of you swim for safety as you can hear the numbers scrolling through your ears even underwater. 21, 10, 16, 23, 22, 21, 4, 0, 14. Finally cutting out when you reach the surface of the water, still under heavy gunfire. You come up to discover you're in a jungle river, surrounded by Viet Cong soldiers backed by Dragovich's men.
Oh no.
If it wasn't for all the killing, it would be considered one of the natural wonders of the world. It's so pretty. After you clear everyone out, Reznov compliments Woods, saying, "You've chosen your allies wisely. This dude can kill."
Okay, so your friend groups are getting along. This was
Yeah.
the best case situation.
Bowman radios in to see if you're all still alive, and you confirm you are. He's relieved, asking for a meeting point. Woods gives him a rallying zone, and you all continue through the jungle toward it. You go knife only through this next section, not wanting to give away that you survived to the enemies.
Oh, you have to be extra quiet.
Taking people out stealth style. You finally meet up with Bowman, and tell the team about Kravchenko in a nearby jungle hut. Woods tells Bowman to take the high ground, while you and Woods take the low. The place is made out of bamboo and wooden planks up on stilts in the river. Being Vietnam, it's raining the whole time, masking your footsteps as you sneak your way around, slitting throats along the way.
Oh, that's cool.
Every once in a while, you dip back into the water to set some explosives for when you need a distraction. Once you reach a point where stealth will no longer be an option, Bowman and his men join you, and you pull out the detonator.
Yeah.
Lighting up the jungle outpost, sending the place into total chaos. You need air support for the fight and have to take out their defense missiles. You look around for Reznov for help, but can't find him anywhere. Once you take out the ground to air support, helicopters drop off a bunch more soldiers to help you find Kravchenko. You eventually find a dugout tunnel. Figuring rats like to run, you descend with a soldier into it, while Woods and Bowman go looking for him up top. You have the only flashlight, so it's your job to keep light out for the other soldier as you make your way through these tunnels. Turning a corner, you see Reznov come from another direction. You tell him that he almost just got shot, and he laughs, saying he found another path. He'll head down it, while you and that other soldier keep going down the one you're already in.
I love that he's like, haha, anyway, I'm going to take this path. You guys are good, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. You almost shot me.
You agree and catch up to the soldier, who went ahead without you, completely in the dark.
Dude, don't do that.
The soldier looks back at you and asks, just what the fuck is wrong with you? You need to keep your shit together. Then a Vietnam soldier jumps out and stabs him in the throat.
Yeah, man.
You kill the attacker and radio out to anyone who can hear you that you're now all alone in the tunnels. Eventually, your tunnel merges with Reznov's, and he asks where your partner went, and you have to explain that he died.
Jesus. He's like, I saw you 20 minutes ago, dude.
He says that the time for mourning will come later, but he found signs of Soviet presence in the tunnels, so you must be close to Kravchenko.
What do you think those were?
I'm not really sure. Probably just like writing or something. I don't know.
Like little notes? Like candy bars from Russia, and he's like, they were here.
Some stroganoff dishes. Just,
Just a loose bowl of stroganoff. I love it. That's insane.
You're still the only one with a light, and keep it drawn as you and he continue forward. Reznov gets the ambush this time, but he's a man of war, and quickly takes down his would-be dispatcher, while you just hold the light on him.
You have never been more useless in a war situation. Like, your best friend is wrecking house, and you're like, oh, do you have good shadows over here, my guy?
How's the light?
Yeah.
Then he suggests maybe you should take the lead, and he'll follow behind and watch the next attack.
Can we switch?
Which does come, and you have to fend for yourself this time. Finally, you find where Kravchenko was hiding, but he's already fled. His facility completely abandoned.
Except for bowls of stroganoff everywhere.
You find an audio log where he says the new formula for Nova 6 seems to be every bit as effective as the original.
God damn it.
Saying it's ready for human testing. Then the whole place starts to cave in, rigged to explode by Kravchenko himself.
Oh, shit.
You and Reznov dig your way out and find yourselves on a cliffside, backs against the wall, as Viet Cong military fire at you from all angles.
Oh, my God.
Then a helicopter flies down in front of you with Bowman and Woods inside. So the two of you leap out and grab the sleds.
Oh, that's cool.
The screen fades to black as Woods reaches down to pull you up. Back in the interrogation room, you're told that you can't trust Reznov. He's still a Russian. You scream back that his every action has shown you can trust him.
You're best friends.
He gave us all the info on Clark and Nova 6. Without him, we would know nothing. Reznov saved you from prison when you were left abandoned and betrayed by your own government, by your own band of brothers. The interrogator tells you to shut the fuck up. The world is on the brink of war. You ask again, who the fuck are you people? Then you start to hear the numbers again, cycling through your head. You say it's all you can hear. The voice says that it's a broadcast. You've been brainwashed, Mason. Now what happened next? You tell him that Hudson informed you that a plane carrying Nova 6 got shot down.
Oh, fuck.
And you were sent in to recover what you could. But the fucking numbers. All you can hear are the goddamn numbers. The interrogator reminds you, they're a broadcast. You flash back to the mission to the downed plane just outside of Laos. You arrive on an airstrip right off the river. A series of boats are waiting, and a huge group of soldiers board them, yourself included. Kicking off my absolute favorite section of the game and song from this era, and arguably the greatest needle drop in all of gaming.
Oh.
As Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones starts playing over a firefight down the river. Explosions drowning out the epic rock ballad, sung from the perspective of Satan himself. A song dedicated to the evil humans are capable of committing, far worse than anything the devil himself could inspire. Funny side story. This section caused a massive increase in the download numbers on not just this song, but also Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones, as many people, myself included while writing this very episode, got the two songs mixed up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
This is your favorite needle drop in gaming and you don't know what song it was?
Both songs sound so similar by the same band. Like, honestly, they're so close to being the same damn song.
You're like, it's the same shit.
But they're completely different songs. And yeah, Gimme Shelter is not in this game at all.
Wait.
But people thought it was because they thought Sympathy for the Devil was Gimme Shelter.
They're like, it's one of the Rolling Stones songs,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm gonna put it on my iPad Nano and enjoy my life. That's very funny.
No, dead ass. Like, okay, I'm gonna give some behind the scenes on this. We were riding in the car the other day, and I was like, Andrea, this song's gonna be in the game, and I'm gonna reference it, like, listen to it. We're listening to it, and like, okay, great. And then Sympathy for the Devil come on, and I go, hold on, wait, no, this is the song that's in the game. That other song wasn't in the fucking game. This is the song that was in the game.
You're like, I don't know what's in the game. But you're like, I have the sense memory that it is this one. And I was like, I don't believe you.
But then in doing research, I found out same fucking problem everybody else had. So I'm not alone in this.
You all share the one brain cell, and you don't know which Rolling Stone song is which. And I'm not a big Rolling Stones girly, so I'm like, sure,
yeah,
why
whatever.
not?
Well, you cruise down the river, killing the locals the whole way through, on your way to take down Kravchenko. A firefight so intense, even Woods cries at the loss of life.
Wow.
Though he never lets a single one of his men witness him shed a tear. After making it through the barrage, your boat pulls onto shore to let you off as friendly copters fly overhead. Reznov saying that Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich are within reach. But it's a fucking ambush. as snipers begin taking out your men, and Russian helicopters appear to fire on your own, sending them crashing to the ground.
Fuck.
Russian soldiers descend and join the Viet Cong military, heading for the downed plane containing the Nova 6 cargo. You get to the wrecked craft, dangling on a cliff, where you find bodies disintegrating away, as some of the Nova 6 leaked out after the crash.
It's kind of confirmation it fully works.
But it's safe as the toxin has since dissipated. You search the cargo crates and find American-made weapons, something none of you were expecting.
You kind of expect it.
What are fucking Russians doing with American guns and grenade launchers?
Take a guess, babe.
Despite all the artillery, there's no sign of the Nova 6 anywhere. Maps of the area show Kravchenko's camp is nearby, figuring he already got here and took it all. That's when you realize it's another ambush, as Russians start shooting at you from down below. The aircraft splits in half and slides down the side of the mountain, sending you crashing to the ground.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone is out cold. You look up from the grass to see soldiers lifting Woods and carrying him away. You weakly aim a pistol at one of his captors, but someone kicks it out of your hand. That's when you see Kravchenko and Dragovich
Oh, shit.
come out of the jungle, staring you down. Dragovich says, "It's been a long time since the two of you last saw one another," as Kravchenko slams the heel of his boot down on your face, knocking you out.
Ugh.
The interrogator fills in the blanks left by your blackout, as you have flashes of images of war. After you were captured, your whole unit was declared missing in action, which is basically military speak for dead with no body.
Ugh.
Hudson had to keep looking for Nova 6 without you. He went to Mount Ural with Weaver while you were taken. There, he met Steiner and learned all about the numbers. You panic, saying, "The numbers? They're real?" He says, "Of course they're fucking real. They've always been real. This isn't a goddamn game, Mason. We face annihilation if you don't cooperate. Now, do you remember where the broadcast station is?" You then take over a new character entirely.
Oh.
Captain Mosley, out of Beale Air Force Base, just outside Sacramento, California, USA.
And we haven't met this person at all.
Not once.
Just a random man.
You board a Blackbird, a jet built in 1964, and to date is still the fastest, highest flying manned vehicle to ever exist, capable of traveling 3 times the speed of sound.
Like in Top Gun.
Faster than any surface-to-air missile, flying so high, its pilot could see the curvature of the Earth.
Holy shit.
Captain Mosley being the co-pilot for this mission.
The goose.
You take off into the stratosphere, so high above the surface you can see space above you and blue sky below.
That is horrifying.
With high-tech thermal imaging, you can see Hudson and his team all the way on the ground, saying they need your assistance guiding them to their target through the whiteout blizzard conditions they're facing. You lead them to a safe house and tell them to get inside, as a truckload of soldiers is about to pull up on them, saying they're coming after you. Suddenly, you're in control of Mr. Shades himself, Hudson, inside the safe house, keeping cover while the truck pulls up.
You were this random man just to go up and be like, yep, go like 2 kilometers left. And then you just cut back to a character we do know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. They couldn't do that in a cutscene. They're like, no, you need to be on stick for this.
Yep.
That's wild.
They enter, and your team takes them out before they know what hit them. Back in the sky, you control Mosley once more, having just watched a bunch of warm bodies turn cold on your thermal monitor.
That's cool.
You keep guiding their movements, helping them avoid enemy forces as they make their way to a series of barracks. They break in, and you switch back to controlling Hudson, slaughtering men in their bunks. Here, you're able to take out their power supply, sending the entire facility into darkness and terror.
Hell yeah.
But you still have an eye in the sky, which your perspective returns to. You help them through the dark and snowy night, ending the scene, back to the interrogation room. The voice telling you that Hudson led a search and destroy mission to take out the Nova 6 development center in the mountains. You are back in control of Hudson as the storm settles down and the sun comes up, We never see this Captain Mosley again.
Really?
Yeah, just
He's
for this little section.
just there to cut back and forth. That's crazy. Like, that's a different game. That's
right.
That's on some
Fully.
other shit. This is like Microsoft Flight Simulator on fucking Top Gun shit. There's a whole lore to this person we're never gonna get.
Nope.
God, that's crazy.
You're undercover, watching Russian soldiers run past, but you don't engage. Instead, you wait for a signal from the Blackbird up above to move on to the next building, the main power supply. You rappel down a cliffside and into its operation room, taking out the controllers. You find where the communication satellite is located and take it out as well, leaving them deaf and blind to their friends in Moscow. Once they realize you're there, the Russians fire a rocket launcher into the side of the mountain,
Whoa.
triggering an avalanche, which you have to escape. You and your men say, fuck it, and dive off the mountain, base jumping to the ground below with a well-timed parachute pull. You find the main research center at the base of the mountain and enter it. Weaver sees a bunch of wires running throughout, saying the place is rigged with explosives, and that you need to get in and out with a quickness. The place is empty, not a soul in sight. You hear a beep as an alarm triggers, locking the building down with you inside. Steiner's voice comes over a PA, saying that Dragovich is burying the building and everyone involved in Project Nova. Weaver starts taking pictures of everything he can. Maps, formulas, attack plans, whatever he can find.
How big is this camera?
Oh god, it's a pretty small camera, honestly. It's
okay.
CIA built, you have to remember.
Okay, I'm like, it's the 60s. That shit is 20 pounds of fucking steel.
No, spies had much smaller cameras.
Okay.
Steiner tells you that since he was part of Project Nova, then he too is on the hit list, which he does not appreciate. He says that if you want to stop the Nova 6 attack on the US, then you need to come and find him on Rebirth Island, located in the Aral Sea, which is only a former sea as it was little more than a lake in the 1960s. It's located in Uzbekistan crossing into Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Today, it's completely dried out,
Oh.
claimed by the surrounding desert. You, Weaver, and the rest of your crew begin your escape as panic sets in across the facility, and Russian soldiers involved in Project Nova run for their lives.
They're like, oh shit, they turned on us.
Bombs go off, and another avalanche covers everything in white. The interrogator tells you, as Mason, that Hudson and Weaver somehow made it out alive. But Dragovich has successfully deployed sleeper agents with Nova 6 all over the US,
Oh, fuck.
waiting for the signal to unleash pure hell on the nation.
How many sleeper agents do you think are active right now?
Based, like, here in the US right now?
Yeah.
Too many. Terrifying number, I'm sure.
You really had a knee jerk of like, they are among us.
In Black Ops, I mean, you see the map of it, and it is covering the United States.
Oh, that's crazy.
The sleepers have been in the US for decades, ready to strike. The numbers are their trigger. Without the broadcast location, they can't be stopped. They need to know where the numbers are. The numbers in your head that you keep hearing were put there while you were captive in Vorkuta. You're the only person who can translate the attack code. You don't understand. Reznov never said anything about any codes. The voice demands you remember. You say Dragovich had you like rats in cages. You were all prisoners, brothers even. The interrogator says it's no use. They're losing you again.
Back in the K-hole I go.
Sending you back to the second time you were captured by Dragovich.
Oh, shit.
As rats in cages in chest-deep water.
Despite all your rage.
You, Woods, and Bowman, all in a row. Dragovich's men pull you out and bring you all to a room. They sit you down at a table across from Bowman, with a 6-shooter on the table, loaded with a single bullet. Ready for a good old-fashioned round of Russian roulette.
Likely game for them to play.
They tell Bowman to play. He tells him, fuck you. You don't scare me, you communist piece of shit. Causing a big-ass Russian to walk up behind him and smash his skull in with a lead pipe until Bowman is no Moman.
Oh, fuck.
They toss his lifeless body to the ground and bring in Woods to take his place.
That's gnarly.
Oh god. When they hold his head up, his eyes are like rolled back, his mouth is just hanging open. Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Blech.
Woods says not to worry, You guys will think of something and get out of this mess. But the Russians tell him to shut the fuck up and play. So he does. With a scream, Woods puts the gun to his head and pulls the trigger to no effect, slamming it back down on the table victorious. The Russians push the gun to you, saying play. Woods tells you, this time, make your move. So you pick up the gun, shove it into the throat of the man who gave it to you, and rapidly pull the trigger until it fires.
Hell yeah.
Woods tackles someone else and takes their gun off them. You do the same, and the two of you fight your way out of the madness.
Fuck yeah.
For Bowman. At least you know Kravchenko's base is nearby, so you two set out to find him. Outside the makeshift prison, you find a Russian helicopter and commandeer it. It's loaded with enough guns and ammo to start World War III. So you take off, determined to blow this whole fucking place out of existence.
I mean, yeah, at this point, you don't need to be subtle.
No. You find yourselves flying high over the Ho Chi Minh Trail, taking out trucks loaded with munitions, following the path to Kravchenko's compound. You take heavy fire during the assault, and land just outside Kravchenko's fortress. The two of you invade, and find a cell full of POWs, including Reznov.
Bestie.
So you break them all out to help you on your attack. Reznov says he knows where Kravchenko is, and runs down a hallway. You follow, and Woods yells after you, asking, what the fuck are you doing? You need to help the POWs get out of here. But you don't listen, and follow Reznov down the dark path.
You're like, we have one goal I've been chasing for years, homie. You walk them out of here, I got this.
Reznov says he was about to get sent back to Russia to face the consequences of his actions as a defector. You tell him that the two of you are in charge of your own destiny.
Yeah.
Busting through a door, you get sucker punched by Kravchenko.
But, like, personally.
Yeah.
Oh.
He sees you and says he should have killed you when he had the chance. Then starts kicking you repeatedly in the chest and face. Stopping as a knife slides into his back, placed there by Woods.
Oh, thank God.
Kravchenko says that if he's gonna die, then Woods is coming with him. Pulling the pin off a grenade on his chest and diving through a window with Woods hanging onto his back.
Oh, fuck.
You watch as they crash through and blow up while falling through the air.
Oh, God.
You pass out from the pain and wake up to see Woods standing over you, telling you to get up.
Oh.
You're confused, having just watched him die. Then you blink and realize it's actually Reznov picking you back up.
Oh.
He's happy that Kravchenko is dead, but that leaves Dragovich and Steiner still. They all need to go. The interrogator interrupts the scene, saying that your entire team was wiped out and you were the sole survivor. You correct him, saying Reznov survived with you. He says no, just you. You insist Reznov was there with you. He's been with you since Vorkuta. The voice says you went rogue after your team was killed. You say no, you were still on your mission from Kennedy. You still hadn't killed Dragovich and Steiner. Since you didn't know where Dragovich was, you went to find Steiner on Rebirth Island. He asks why you had to go, if Hudson and Weaver were already on their way. You say because all three had to die. Dragovich, Kravchenko, and Steiner. That was the mission. The interrogator says, no, it fucking wasn't. Dragovich was your only target. They wanted Steiner alive. Why did you have to kill him? You snap, saying the numbers were telling you to kill him.
Oh.
Why won't he fucking understand that? The interrogator says, you're out of options. An attack on U.S. soil is imminent, and the president has approved a preemptive strike on Russia.
Whoa.
For the last fucking time, where is the numbers station? If you want to save lives, you need to tell him where the numbers are broadcast. You repeat, you had to kill Steiner. It was your mission. The voice asks, what mission? The one given to you by Viktor Reznov? You say, no, he just happened to want the same thing. The interrogator says, shit, we're losing him again, as you flash back to Rebirth Island and your mission to kill Steiner.
I love how they're showing how the seams are starting to fall apart in these cutbacks. Oh, God, it's juicy.
You sneak in by hiding in a container full of test monkeys.
Oh my God. Wait, that's wild and so
I know.
smelly.
I love the way they like cut out some of the stuff in this game too, where it's just like, yeah, you were in a thing of monkeys.
Yeah, this was the best option for you.
You escaped Russia somehow.
You're in a thing of monkeys
Yeah.
is such a crazy cutaway.
You and Reznov sneak your way through the island where Nova 6 is being made, taking out soldiers as you do, hunting down Steiner. Hudson radios in, saying he knows you're on the island, asking where you are.
Hey, buddy. Heard you wanted to tag along. Where are you?
But you ignore him, focusing on finding Steiner on your own.
You're not even giving him the grace of like, hey, man,
Yeah.
I'm with the monkeys. I'll catch you later.
Eventually, you find Steiner, and he's alone in a communications center talking into a radio, saying that Dragovich's men are rounding up everyone on the island to take them off to be killed. If the person on the other end doesn't hurry, he'll be killed too. You sneak up on Steiner and tell him, this is the end. He sees you, and fear fills his eyes,
Good. Fuck you.
saying he knows you. You were at Vorkuta. You have no idea what he did to you, do you? He collapses into a chair, scared, and Reznov approaches him, saying that his evil has killed many good men, then starts punching him in the face over and over. You watch as Steiner insists that killing him will not stop Nova. Reznov punches him, saying he doesn't give a fuck about Nova. He pulls a gun, saying, my name is Viktor Reznov. Seeing the gun, Steiner yells, no! Reznov finishes, saying, and I will have my revenge.
Fuck yeah.
Before he pulls the trigger, you flash back to the interrogation room, saying you swear that's how Steiner died. You watched Reznov blow his brains out right in front of you. The voice says, no, you killed Steiner. He knows you did. Hudson was also there and watched you kill him. It was in his report. You insist. Reznov killed Steiner. He got his revenge.
Can I ask you, so you said that Saving Private Ryan was a big influence in this genre.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away, was Fight Club also a big influence in this game?
The screen fades white, and words appear, saying 20 minutes earlier, Hudson and Weaver. Now you're in control of Hudson, receiving word that Mason is on the island wreaking havoc.
Hey, buddy. Your old friend Mason snuck onto the island with a bunch of monkeys. And now he's killing people. Can you put eyes on him?
You're in a tank, launching a relatively large-scale siege. Your mission being to extract Steiner before Mason can kill him. Your team gets shot at from every direction, and eventually your tank explodes, sending you flying. You don hazmat suits as Dragovich unleashes Nova 6 on the area. You watch as his own men die in seconds, telling your team that if they get so much as a single tear in their suit, they're done for.
Oh.
Fortunately, Dragovich was planning on killing his own all along, so they are unprepared for the attack. You call into Mason, saying you know he's on the island, but he doesn't respond. So you tear ass towards Steiner's location, worried Mason will get there first. Weaver wonders what the fuck is going on with Mason, and you say you don't know. Then Steiner radios in, saying that Dragovich's men are rounding up everyone on the island to take them off to be killed. If you don't hurry, he'll be killed too.
He knew he was going to be extracted.
Through a bulletproof glass window, you see Mason all alone, manhandling Steiner. You yell at him to stand down and that you need him alive, but he can't hear you through the bulletproof glass. You hear Mason yell, "My name is Viktor Reznov, and I will have my revenge," while you and Weaver attempt to break the window and stop him. You crash through as he pulls the trigger, blowing Steiner's brain out the back of his skull. You tackle Mason and pistol whip him into submission. Weaver asks where Reznov is. You need to find him. You tell him, there is no Reznov. He was never here. You'd heard rumors he wasn't real, but weren't sure until now. Wondering what the fuck they did to Mason in Vorkuta.
Oh.
And Weaver's like, fuck.
I'm sure. Would you remember playing this?
Oh, yeah.
Did this fuck you up?
Fully fucked me up. I think it became a little obvious right there towards the end, But yeah, it really fucked me up.
Yeah, I mean, like, these cutaways where they're like, no, you're not remembering this correctly. It's like, okay, we're starting to see the seams. We're starting to see the contradictory, unreliable narrator of Mason. And we know he's in a K-hole. So.
And I did ignore your question earlier because, yes, Fight Club was genuinely a huge inspiration on this game.
I was genuinely just trying to figure out what's the way I can ask this without spoiling.
No, they have said, like, yeah, Fight Club was a big inspiration.
Yeah, we see that now.
With Steiner dead, Mason is the only person alive who knows about the numbers. You call in your backup squad to help you gather him up and drag him out of here. You wake up as Mason, back in the room with the TVs, flashing numbers. The interrogator saying, you were at Vorkuta. The information is somewhere inside your head. He needs to make you remember. He needs the location. The other person in the room with the interrogator speaks for the first time, saying it's too late. We're at DEFCON 2. It's time to go to the bunker.
Oh no.
We've done everything we can to get the information. The OG voice says, not everything. Then a door opens, and Hudson enters the room.
Oh, God.
He shouts up to the room to Weaver to get out of here and tell them he failed. Weaver takes off, headed for the bunker, saying that if Hudson wants to die with you, that's his decision.
Weaver's like, man, that's crazy. I'm out of here.
Hudson approaches you furious, throwing one of the TVs to the ground. He screams, Reznov is dead. We're out of time. He knows you well enough to know you're not a traitor. You just fucked up from whatever the Russians did to you. He begins removing the straps from your arms on the chair. As soon as one of your arms is loose, you punch him, knocking him into the remaining TVs and to the floor. You unstrap the rest of your restraints and get up, running out the open door, while Hudson's voice rings through your head asking, what do the numbers mean, Mason? Where are they located? You struggle, panting for breath, looking around to get your bearings. You scream out for Reznov, asking where he is, as moments from the game flash before your eyes. You've been through so much shit. You were electrocuted, experimented on, tortured, and you don't know what is happening or what the numbers are. You see a metal bed table, and suddenly, your memory fills in a gap. It's from your time in Vorkuta, as Steiner walks around you, laying on a table like this one, saying they implanted you with the knowledge of how to translate the number sequences. Dragovich is there too, asking what the fucking problem is. Steiner doesn't really understand why, but your responses to the triggers have been working only sporadically. You're remarkably resilient to his techniques. Every other test subject has been completely malleable. But you're different for some reason. Dragovich says that if you won't follow orders, then you're of no use. Back in the CIA, you keep running for your life as the memory ends. You struggle as the numbers keep filling your vision while you stumble through the halls of the deserted top-secret rooms. On a projector, you see Reznov leading the prison attack, with different things he said to you echoing through your ears.
For the Horde.
You start to remember the meeting with JFK as the ceiling of the hallway you're in tears away, revealing the outside, right beneath the Soyuz rocket that launched and you blew up. Then the car Dragovich was allegedly inside that was burnt to a crisp fills your field of view, with Woods saying nobody is getting out of that car. But you insist you must see the body before you can confirm he's dead. You yell out that Steiner needs to die. He's at Rebirth Island. We had to kill Steiner. Then Hudson's interrogator voice asks, we? You and Viktor Reznov? You turn around and get knocked the fuck out by Hudson.
Deserved. Hudson owed you that.
Yeah.
Hudson's like, you're ruining not me, not Weaver, but everyone's fucking day with your bullshit.
Your vision flashes back to Vorkuta, lying on the metal bed table, looking up at a bright light, as Reznov approaches you, saying that you two are the same, like brothers. Hudson's voice overpowers, saying that you never saw Reznov again after Vorkuta. He was never in Vietnam. The defector was someone else entirely, and they died almost immediately after they handed over the folder with the information on Nova 6. You start seeing all the times Viktor was with you, as he vanishes before your eyes.
Oh.
You see yourself, screaming out, I am Viktor Reznov. Hudson tells you Reznov never made it out of Vorkuta. He died in the escape. He's been inside your mind ever since. You come back to reality, with Hudson standing over you, holding a gun. Reznov hijacked your brainwashing. Steiner was attempting his own version of MK Ultra. Your mission was to kill Kennedy.
Oh!
But it failed. Reznov wanted revenge and changed your programming to kill Dragovich, Kravchenko, and Steiner instead.
Oh.
To get back at them for what they did to Dmitri and his men on that ship back in 1945.
Wow.
That's why you were so resilient to Steiner's commands. You already had orders placed there by Reznov. But now that the brainwashing has been broken and your real memories are returning, you'll start to remember everything. Right now, there are sleeper agents in every major city in the US about to release a deadly toxin on your own countrymen. You have the codes in your head. You probably have codes to all sorts of operations, ones the CIA hasn't even heard of yet. Hudson was able to find a single broadcast and has been playing it for you over and over, hoping it would trigger you to remember something. But right now, he needs to know. What do the numbers mean, Mason? As he plays the recording of the broadcast once more. 21, 7, 21, 4, 2, 14, 3, 14, 7, 18, 13, 6. You start to see images fill your mind as you listen. Of Castro handing you over to Dragovich. Steiner saying he remembers you from Vorkuta. The numbers fill your mind, and they begin to turn into words as your brain translates their meaning. You hear Dragovich addressing all sleeper agents, saying that his new bestie Fidel has agreed to keep the broadcast station within Cuba's borders.
Oh, shit.
All commands will be broadcast from the ship Rizulka, which you saw when you were laying on the ground being gifted to Dragovich all those years ago.
Oh, fuck.
You snap back to Hudson, saying you know where it is. You saw it in Cuba. A ship called the Rizulka.
You know Hudson fucking hates you so goddamn much. He's had to hurt you so much. He spent hours there. Weaver's been like, my guy, just give it the fuck up. We just get in the fucking bunker, Hudson. Get in the fucking bunker. And Hudson's like, give me 2 more hours. Come on. And then finally you're like, oh, it's in Cuba, my guy. And he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
That's where they're broadcasting the numbers. The agents are tuned in and waiting for further instructions. Hudson puts on his sunglasses, ready for one final mission.
Hudson's the hero of this entire fucking thing.
It's like, totally.
Hudson's cool as shit. And just the fact that, like, he finally gets what he wants and he's like, it's time for daddy to go to work. Like, God damn, he's cool.
As you gear up to go, you hear Kennedy saying that the country is in grave danger. Dragovich saying the plan to strike the West is in motion. Reznov telling you that he must be stopped.
Do they have a good Kennedy?
Kennedy's okay. I'm not going to say he's great Kennedy.
Okay.
It's just like Boston accent thick as hell.
Okay. It's like a Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons.
It might be the same guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they got Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Like,
they
why
can get
not?
a Simpson.
Yeah.
You hear Agent McNamara telling you that Dragovich has no fear, no conscience, and no weakness. Steiner reminding you that there are sleeper cells all across America waiting to unleash Nova 6. Kennedy tells you that he's heard you're the best we have. Reznov repeating your kill list 3. The two voices fighting for your attention. As you approach the island of Cuba off the Gulf Coast, you're part of a fleet of helicopters, all zeroing in on the massive Rizulka. You see the ship in the distance, out in the middle of the murky waters. When you're within distance, the ship opens fire on the convoy, attempting to blast you all out of the sky. You take out their support guns from high above, clearing the helipad so you can land and unload. You take massive amounts of fire on your way down, and you have to leap, almost falling off the side of the ship, but you pull yourself up and onto its main deck. Weaver is leading his own team below decks, searching for the broadcast station, but to no avail. You promise him it's somewhere on this boat, and shoot your way to meet up with him and his squad. Finally, you find it. deep within its bowels. You approach it, and the broadcast begins. Hudson calls in an airstrike to blow up the Rezalka so the signal will cease. You say, hold on. We need to find Dragovich.
No, shut the fuck up. Hudson was right.
Hudson argues, saying the Navy is going to sink this vessel in less than 5 minutes. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Hudson is being too nice,
Yeah.
giving him 5 minutes. Hudson has gone through so much goddamn shit trying to rattle this out of your broken brain, and you're like, give me 5 more minutes. I'm going to find this guy that my other friend told me to kill. Like, shut the fuck up and die.
You tell him that you made the mistake of not confirming the kill 5 years ago. You're not going to make it again.
Baby, you've made a lot of mistakes over the last few years.
Hudson asks if this is the brainwashing talking, and you tell him, who cares? Dragovich needs to go down one way or another.
Babe, that's what Hudson's doing by blowing up the whole ship.
Hudson instructs Weaver to take everyone else and escape as he joins you on this suicide mission.
Hudson, what are you... Oh, my God. I was really riding for him being the voice of reason in this whole thing. And you know Weaver's just mad. Weaver's like, I was told I'd be sitting in a bunker.
Yeah.
I brought crossword puzzles to do in the bunker, and now I'm out here in fucking Cuba shooting people. Why is this happening?
In your search, you discover the ship is just a cover. The actual base is underneath it, deep at the bottom of the Gulf. The transmission portion was sticking straight up into the ship. So the two of you don scuba gear and descend.
Oh, shit.
Deep under the water.
Fuck.
It's like an underwater oil rig supplying Russian submarines in secret.
Holy shit.
While clearing it out, the bombs from above begin blowing up the ship. Down here, it's just an inconvenience, if anything.
Okay, so Mason was right.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Hudson. I'm sorry, Weaver. Yeah, no, this was the right thing to do. God damn it.
Dragovich is somewhere in this building. So despite some flooding, you keep searching. Finally, you find the computer broadcasting the numbers. You go to shut it off, but an explosion throws you back and down a nearby hatch. You grab the edge and attempt to pull yourself up, but Dragovich appears, angry as fuck, saying you were supposed to be his best agent. He pulls a gun and aims it at you. A shot rings out, clipping Dragovich in the shoulder. It's from off to the side, coming from Hudson. Dragovich stumbles, and he's within your reach. So you grab his pant leg, pulling him down the hatch with you, and into the water of the flooding facility. You don't drown him, pulling him up and out of the water to beat on him, yelling at him for brainwashing you, saying he turned you against your own men, tried to make you kill your own president. This makes Dragovich laugh, saying, tried? The laugh is enough for you. You push him under the water and hold him down until he stops moving.
Good.
With the kill confirmed, Hudson calls out so the two of you can escape. You both make it out and begin your swim to the surface, while the Rezalka passes by, sinking and crashing into the building below. As you ascend, you hear Reznov's voice inside your head, congratulating you on finishing what he couldn't. You breach the surface, where One-Eyed Weaver is waiting, offering a hand to pull you up onto a raft.
That's right, he got his eyes fucking scooped out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Shit.
You look around to see the full might of the U.S. Navy surrounding, as jets fly high above in celebratory formation. Weaver says we did it. We won. Your vision fades as the numbers flash by. You next get a live-action scene of a woman sitting in a chair, smoking a cigarette, reciting the numbers. A film reel takes over. Real footage of JFK and his wife Jaqui being welcomed while deboarding Air Force One. Crowds surround them, reaching out to shake the victorious president's hand. The husband and wife get in the back seat of a 1961 Lincoln Continental convertible, embarking on a short parade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas.
Oh no!
The camera zooms in on a face in the crowd to show you, Alex Mason.
Shut up. Wait!
As the film reel burns up and the credits roll.
That's real footage?
The end.
Wait! What the fuck?
That was Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh my god!
Dragovich wins in the end.
Yeah.
It's heavily implied.
Please tell me that like John Wilkes Booth sued these people.
Right.
Like, that was my confirmed kill.
The Cubans did get really fucking pissed at this game.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they actually was kind of funny. They were like, yeah, the CIA did try to kill Castro many times. Guess what? You guys never fucking did it.
And you know what? He did fuck. That guy got so much pussy.
There is a crazy after credits scene that really has nothing to do with the story.
Okay, it's not more JFK. Like, it's Marilyn Monroe and like...
It's back in the Pentagon.
Okay.
In the top secret conference room. Agent McNamara, JFK, Castro, and Nixon are all there. Wheeling and dealing shortly after the Cuban Missile Crisis.
They're just having a kiki?
Yeah. They hear a commotion outside. Nixon panics, and Kennedy tells him to calm down, Dick. It's just the storm outside. But then a person smashes through a window, eyes glowing, screaming an unearthly sound. Very calmly, JFK goes, "Zombies."
He's the undead Kennedy. Like, come on.
We must retaliate to deter all forms of aggression. He smashes a secret button on a wall to reveal a large arsenal of fine weaponry. He turns to the other leaders in the room and says in his thick-ass Boston accent, "Gentlemen, lock and load."
What the fuck?
It's really just kicking off the zombies game portion.
Yeah, but the idea of JFK being like, it's zombies, fuck it, this is fine.
The way he calmly says zombies is fucking hilarious.
And having Nixon piss his pants next to him.
Don't know why Fidel Castro's there just to be there.
He just shows up. He's a party boy. Like, they depict
is.
him as like, he's out here getting his dick wet, he's wheeling and dealing, he's everyone's best friend. He's the party boy. Wait, this is fucking crazy. What the fuck do you mean?
So there you go, Goombas. We've been having the Call of Duty franchise requested for so damn long. It was just like, where do you even start?
I can see. I mean, I'm glad you started here because this is fucking bonkers. Just, I mean, in the true BioShock of it all, where we honor the series BioShock in as much as we can, we might as well be like, well, would you kindly start with the brainwashing episode of Call of Duty? That was really fun.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's not all just like racial slurs in the Call of Duty lobbies, you know?
I didn't hear any slurs.
None whatsoever,
at all.
no.
Which is crazy.
Bowman's a fucking hero.
Yeah. One-Eyed Weaver's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Hudson's a hero. Alex Mason, kind of a dipshit.
Yeah.
But,
you know, not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. He's a non-consensual dipshit. He doesn't mean to be a dipshit. He just had his brain scrambled, you know?
May or may not be the person on the grassy knoll.
I think if you want to know more about that, you can listen to the last podcast on the left episodes about that.
Right.
I genuinely think that does clear up a lot of what happened. There's a great episode of, oh God, what's that show that I like from Friday Beers?
Oh yeah, the
Cold Cases.
Cold Cases, yeah.
They do a great Cold Cases on the JFK assassination.
Is it great? It's just an episode.
It's the premise is two boys drink a 12-pack of beer and solve a crime.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I think the CIA did it.
Yeah.
But, am I on a list now?
I think it was the Secret Service personally, but anyway.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like his team.
Yeah.
And I think it was an accidental shot. They were like, well, shit, there's a guy with 3 names out there. Let's just put him in jail.
He's a patsy.
He's a patsy.
Anyway.
Can you do a Boston accent?
Not at all.
All right.
Not even gonna try.
The zombies are in the car.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Well, if that was your first time listening, please make sure you've liked, you've subscribed to the show. Make sure that you comment wherever you can.
Don't leave us any slurs, though. Like, while this is a COD episode, you don't have to give us COD energy.
No, not at all. You can go to our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
There we have links to everything, including our Patreon, where we do 2 exclusive shows. We do DLCs, histories, movie commentary, and just general chit-chat like this.
I'm spiraling.
I thought this would be fun.
2004?
And I feel like you're getting upset. 80s is like, as a chaotic bisexual.
Fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for Hades.
Thank you, Hades.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
This is-
She thought that was just like she thought that's all they were saying.
They're British! I know!
And if you subscribe at $5 and above, you also get yourself a Patreon producer's call out.
Thank you so much.
Starting with Aaron, Amber, So Thanatoasted,
Clinton, Daniel, Leah,
James, Ryan, Gunner,
Clarissa, Ellen, Krisha,
Molly, Tretton, Chase,
Jitsu, Anna Versed, Extra Triforce,
Luigi, Oliver, JC,
Nimitz, Caroline, and Julio. Thank you so much. I would not let you be brainwashed. I would save you. I would pull a Hudson and be like, I'm here. I got you.
And as always, this is Tom and Andrea reminding you.
Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask your country to lock and load for COD zombies.
And don't skip the cutscenes.
Was that believable?
Now, gentlemen,
Bye.
as I like to think, in the long history of the world, that there are only a few generations.
Sounds like someone breaking in!
Just a storm, Dick. Sit down.
Oh my god!
Zombies. Gentlemen, at times like these, our capacity to retaliate must be, and has to be massive, to deter all forms of aggression. Gentlemen, lock and load.